Yo, what is up, everybody? This is Bencjones. I'm here at the Ridgely branch of the Fort Worth Library over here off of West Camp Bowie. I came here earlier to record some Bencjones promo. Anyway, so I'm back because this is the breakdown video of my last album, All We Really Needed Was a Chance, which you can only get exclusively on Amplify 817 through the public library. So let's get into it. And if you stick around, I got some special treats for you guys. All We Really Needed Was a Chance, title track. So I'd been listening to a lot of Tame Impala, Kevin Parker, and he had a really good way of like incorporating pop music. It was like upbeat. And as I've been performing, I want to make sure that I'm thinking about the audience. I want them to have a good time. So that song kind of incorporates all that. It's all about getting people on the dance floor and having a good time and just letting go. And so we've actually performed it now a couple times to start our show, and it's usually pretty good reception. She's Fancy. So She's Fancy, another one of those songs where I was trying to replicate Kevin Parker, which is funny because when you listen to it, it doesn't even sound like it's Tame Impala at all. Like, you could see a little bit, and All We Really Needed Was a Chance in some parts, but on this one, it just kind of comes off as a cool little pop soul song. And it has a special place because I was able to incorporate my entire band and get them involved. We brought them into the studio, I brought them over to the house, and it was just the band I've been working with for like the past 2 years. And when you're an artist, you kind of feel when things are changing, and I could feel that some of the people were drifting away. And you know, people have kids, people have other careers, people are doing all these other things, and so I wanted to capture that moment. And so this song definitely does that. You know, and on the surface, basically, it's just a song about a fancy woman, but when you break it down, it's the idea of what somebody's room is like. What is it? Is it messy? Is it clean? Does it have old furniture? Does it have modern furniture? Are there 20 pillows on the bed, or is there just one? And you start to kind of understand somebody more by seeing that. Good news, this song is my first song that has been used in a compilation album. And so I'm very blessed that 91.7 KXT, they reached out to me. They're working with Whataburger. They're putting out this compilation album. It's the very first one I've ever been on, so it's a big victory for me. I'm very excited about that. And this song made that happen. I Noticed Things. So I Noticed Things was me leaning into the idea of like West African guitar parts. And like nobody in Dallas, Fort Worth is doing that, incorporating that into their music. So I just wanted to be different. So I came up with like this fun melody, and I worked with Glenn Wallace. He transposed it from me singing it to him playing the guitar. And it's just such a fun song. I'm very proud of it. The music video behind it, I went down to Oaxaca, Mexico, which was a little bittersweet because the person who's helping me record the video was my friend Maurice, and it was bittersweet because this was the last time I got to see her. When I came back a few weeks later, her daughter called and told me that she had passed away. So I dedicated, if you don't know, I dedicated this album to her in her memory. And so that song, when I think of that song, it reminds me of her and the fun that we had. And so it's very powerful. Pink Fly. So there's this band that's out of Houston called Karungabin. It's a 3-piece, and they basically just do instrumental songs. I was like, that is brilliant. You don't have to have a singer. You don't have to write lyrics. You don't have to have vocal sessions, and it just speeds up being able to put out music. I was like, let me do that. And I went with one of the old school genres that I like, which is that prog rock stuff from the 70s. You know, Pink Floyd and Steve Miller, Fly Like an Eagle there at the part at the end. And so yeah, it was myself, Glenn Wallace, and Vol Thompson. We kind of all recorded our stuff at different times and went ahead and I put it together. It's just such a fun song, dynamic, and I think it's one of my best compositions that I've ever done. Complicated, Motivated. Complicated, Motivated. My brother said it sounded like Elvis Costello, and I listened to it. It definitely has that vibe. You know, on the surface, it's just a fun pop song about meeting somebody, and after you've had a few drinks and you have those inhibitions, they go away, and it's just, you know, teases that idea through the song, and it's just fun, and it's got a fun little hook to it. Mackie D. So Mackie D is another one of those songs that I try to compose and come up with different parts and just have fun as far as an instrumental goes. Again, it's on the same Karunga Bin line of all instrumental stuff that's kind of worked out. And again, I got Glenn, I got Vol. Again, we all recorded it in the different places, and I went ahead and put it together. The reason it's called Mackie D is because it's based around Mac DeMarco. I thought that the keyboard part at the very beginning was very Mac DeMarco-ish. Maybe it should have been called Nine Inch Nails, because everyone's like, oh, that's like the sound from the beginning of Nine Inch Nails. But yeah, it's a fun one. I like it, and part of me wants to write more stuff like that. Violet. So Violet, for me, is kind of the outlier song, and I got a rich tradition of doing acoustic stuff that kind of has that vibe to it. It's kind of Americana meets rock and roll meets soul, and kind of blending all that together. You know, I hear like Altman Brothers with that guitar harmony part, that melody. You know, shout out again to Glenn Wallace. I work with him a lot when it comes to guitar parts on the record, because he really helps elevate it and gets those ideas across. But I think as far as the lyrics, it's probably one of the prettiest songs I've ever written, and it's heartfelt, and it signifies to me like growth as a songwriter and taking things to the next level. We went ahead and recorded another version of it at Nile City Sound. That comes out on October 10th. I think that version might even be better than the first one, because it was done live, and we had 3 guitars and then myself on the acoustic, and we had keys, and you know, it's just, you should go check it out. All right, guys, if you're still watching this, remember, the only place that you can listen to this record, the only place you can listen to this album is through the Fort Worth library system over at amplify817.org. Please check it out. Please get back in touch with me. Tell me what you think. We have to support the library. We got to support these systems. They enrich so many people's lives, and we're seeing a lot of people pulling back and trying to just give money to people who maybe don't need it. But like libraries and parks and all that stuff where we can have public spaces, that stuff's super important. So please go check out that album. They got a bunch of other artists that are on there as well, all over from Fort Worth. These are Fort Worth artists, just trying to get their name out there, and it means a lot if you listen to their music. For the next 3 people who subscribe and like this video, you will be able to get a chance to win a free Bencjones t-shirt, and they're limited right now, so this is like a collectible. You gotta get them before it's $1,000 on eBay. So please like, subscribe, and yeah, that's it, man. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to visit your local library.